Okay, so the big news yesterday was that Apple released the new iPad. But the bigger news is that Apple contacted us and said, you know, we're a big fan of your work, you guys are entertainers, etc., etc., etc. They wanted to give us one, and we graciously accepted. Take a look. Here it is, the new iPad. As you can see, it's about twice the size. I don't know, it's just a little bit bigger.
Standard VHS tape.
Well, yeah, of a VHS tape, as you can see it there, a little bit bigger than that.
Wait, hold on, Link. I don't think that's a VHS tape. I
No.
think that's a mini DV tape. Oh.
Yeah, this isn't an iPad. It's actually a miniature iPad or an iPhone.
Oh, that's a disappointment.
Yeah. Sorry for getting your hopes up. What do you think about the iPad? Leave a comment. Are you going to get one? Do you think it's worth it? Do you think it's cool, but you're not going to get one? Leave a comment. What do you think?
Are we all just being punked by Steve Jobs once again?
Yeah, who knows?
Well, I've made an important change in my life, and Mythical Beasts, I want to tell you about it. Yesterday, I made a call, a very important call, to CenturyLink. I mean, how many times is Sprint going to change their name? They were Sprint, then they were Embark with a Q. That was stupid. Then they were CenturyLink. They keep changing their name and confusing me, but I did know that what I wanted to do was I wanted to cancel my home phone. I have a cell phone. My wife has a cell phone, and we don't use the home phone very often. So we've been meaning, cut the budget down a little bit, get rid of the home phone. So I made the phone call yesterday.
Times are tough. Times are tough.
Times are tough.
I actually made the same decision a few weeks earlier. He's just copying me.
Yeah, I'm copying Link. So basically what I did is I called up the deal, and then I went through the menu, pressing the different buttons, making the decision, do you, and eventually I got to, do you want to cancel service?
Oh, yeah.
And then I hit, yes, 2, I want to cancel service.
Absolutely.
Then all of a sudden, this recording comes on there. This music, it's like, da, 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 kind of some, elevator music, and then this really soothing voice comes on there and starts telling me about how a landline can save you in an emergency. It's like, did you know that a landline is the only way to remain safe in an emergency? And so I was like, hold on, wait, there's scare tactics. Then I get an actual woman on the phone.
Now, first of all, when I called, that wasn't even, the recording didn't even happen. So they must have added that after I called and canceled, and they said, well, we're going to hit rep with the big guns because be doggone if both entertainers are going to cancel.
Getting rid of landlines left and right. So, okay, so I get the woman on the phone, and she says, my name is Veronica. I don't know what her name was, but she said, now, are you sure that you want to cancel your landline? I said, well, yes, I do. I'm going to use it. She said, is there any particular reason? I said, well, because I want to use my cell phone. She says, now, I'm a little old school, but what if you're in an accident and you cannot speak? She's threatening me with an accident where I can't speak.
She actually said, what if you're in an accident and you can't speak?
Yeah, and she was like...
And she was saying this in like an official capacity?
Yeah, she was like, with a landline, they can tell exactly where you're at and they can come and save you. But if you have a cell phone, you will die. She didn't say you will die, but she was implying that because I have a cell phone, now I'm putting my life at risk.
That's pretty hardcore.
And so what I started to think was, they must put these people, these operators, into a classroom at CenturyLink. And they're like, okay, guys, here's the deal. People are dropping their landlines left and right. We have to develop a strategy to scare them into not getting rid of their landlines.
Oh, yeah, they've written a script, no doubt.
So what you need to say is this. Now, I'm a little old school. And they're like, I'm a little old school. What happens to you if you're in an accident and you cannot speak? I almost got mad at the lady on the phone and was just like, you're using scare tactics? Listen, I'm trying to save a little money every month. I have a cell phone. I'm not worried about it. I don't think I'm taking that big of a risk.
So it didn't scare you? It made you mad, it didn't scare you?
Yeah, I ended up not canceling my landline because they scared me out of it.
No, we both canceled, but they didn't say this to me.
Well, Veronica did.
They didn't say this to me, so I thought about it afterward, but I started doing some research, and I found that depending on which carrier you have, they can triangulate your location within like 50 meters anyway. So technically, they can still know even if you can't speak, they can know your location.
Okay, so that's good to go. Good to know. So what we're going to do right now, after this is cut off, is I'm going to incapacitate Link with some sort of headlock. I'm going to dial 911 and just wait and see what happens.
Okay. And then we'll let you know how it goes tomorrow. So leave a comment. What do you want people's comments to be?
Do you think we need a landline in order to be safe? Is the world going to end when you cut off your landline?
Well, those are two different questions.
The second one then.
Or answer either one.